Now, good morning. Looks like I lost my little furry sock over the microphone, so I guess I need to be careful about the noise. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. One thing I'm going to do is we're going to take a look at the steering today and the engine, of course. Anyway, let me take you down below this lazarette. You see how difficult it is to move around in a boat like this for a guy my size. What you're looking at, what I'm trying to show you, is this is the bottom two sheaves for the steering pedestal up above. Now I've loosened everything a lot, but these two wires hook up to the wheel. You come back here, go through sheaves to change the direction back to here, and that changes direction here, and then it's hooked up to what's called a quadrant. This boat did not have a quadrant at first, but I don't know, something happened along the line, and I was concerned, and I don't know if you can see that the angle here between this and this was too sharp. This is the rudder post that I'm pointing at right here. I was concerned that the angle on that cable was too sharp and was bending the cable so that it would eventually break. I didn't like that. This is just temporary rigging. This is actually what's holding the engine back. So I'm going to go back topside and we're going to take a look at the pedestal. Now this is an Edson pedestal here, and they have an excellent website showing you how to dismantle all of this. But the trouble is the engine controls here and here, this cable and this cable go down through the inside of this thing, go down through the inside of this thing down to the engine compartment and control the speed and the shift, the gear of the engine, forward or reverse. And to get these in and out of the pedestal is amazing. So what I had to do is I had to loosen the cables and take the chain off this sprocket, set it forward. I had to loosen all that material down there, set this chain up here so I could pull these cables past and inspect them and take a look at them. It turns out I'm going to have to replace one of them at least. And that's pretty much the story on the pedestal. Now here's the problem with Edson. These screws that go in here are steel, and the pedestal is cast aluminum. And these bolts were murder to get out of here. I finally, after twisting, breaking, shaving, carving, doing all sorts of things to the bolts, I finally put a torch and heated this up very carefully. And anything you heat, almost anything you heat, expands, of course, and this outer metal here expands. The hole gets just a slight bit bigger so that you can turn these bolts out of these holes. And that brings up aluminum again. Aluminum doesn't get soft when you heat it. Aluminum just suddenly quits working. It turns to, it's like chewing gum instantly. So you really don't have a whole lot of warning if you get it too hot. Doesn't turn red, it just turns to mush and it's ruined. for any kind of machining. So you have to be careful with that. I'll be back. Talk to you later.